Hey guys, welcome back. This is Lucid. We're jumping back into our turn with Xibalba. I forget exactly the number, but it's fall of year 2. Got a Shambler skin from Pelagia, which is going to be used to take my other bat underwater. Now this guy has caused me trouble. He was, if you remember, I flew him here, and then I think I flew him... Did he fly all the way over here? I think he flew from here to here. Because I wanted to... Originally this was Satis, and I wanted to go Bane Venom... I mean, not Bane Venom Charm, but... Basically, I wanted to get him away from my empire, and I didn't really want to Bane Venom Charm any of my neighbors. So... I was here, and Hinnom had an army on Satis, and so I decided to sit here and watch the fight. Now... I think, basically, Hinnom kind of knows. He accused me of it, and then I basically admitted. But I was like, dude... Anyway, he considers that a violation of the NAP, which, I don't know. I don't think he's going to attack me, but I think he's about to. He hasn't responded to any of my questions, like when the NAP is going to end. So he's probably going to do that. Now, or he's probably going to attack me, which sucks because I'm still at war with Niflheim. The thing is, I actually think I'm significantly better off fighting Hinnom than I am fighting Niflheim. And I would love to burrow my way back into a corner rather than to just cut my way down the map. So, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. It's most likely not. It's most likely going to suck. But anyway, I apologized to him and was like, look, dude, I've taken everything to like try to not Bane Venom Charm you. Like, I've jumped from throne to throne. I think I was here the turn before, and he had taken this throne before I had run down here. Anyway. Let's see how the moves this turn went. We didn't have too many. We attacked PD here, and I don't think we found anything. There's an elephant, and elephants actually murder the shit out of bats. Get the volume down. Okay. Yeah. But we still lost a fair number of bats. We lost 7 bats. Here, we attack them. And lizards actually also pretty good against bats, and I didn't really bring that many bats. So we actually lost a fair amount here. 18. So, actually, I should think about doing a PD dump here, because I have a shit ton of money. And lizard are pretty fucking good. The only problem is they're cold-blooded. But I could do... I feel like... I have a lot of money, and I can spend it on bats, but honestly, bats are gonna fucking die. I need to upgrade... This fort is what I need to do. Ooh, we could go into the to the arena because oh no, I'm making a lifelong protection this turn. Next turn, I'll hopefully be able to make. I can't yet make my demon or black hearts for assassinations until I get a blood 3, which I'll have this turn. Ideally, I would have kind of had that sooner, but I don't know, I was kind of poor. I think did I get a gold event? Yeah, I did. That's why I'm kind of a little rich. But there's a decent chance if he takes this back with like 1 or 2 dudes that we could hold this another turn and kill some stuff. Like, we are not going to hold it from Nifljarls, though. So I don't know. Finally, we see him breaking. I was on top of this fort the turn before, and he is breaking out with one of his guys. Now, I left one guy on top just to retreat so I could see what he would break out with. And we see this guy, Mimer the Prophet. I think he forgot to rename him. He was saying he would rename him something clever in chat, but this guy, holy shit, would absolutely murder me. Yeah, quickness. The thing, quickness on this chassis is probably not the best because he's going to go berserk with the Flesh Eater. So the only way I think I can kill this guy, because this guy could kill literally an unlimited number of bats with built-in regen. He's going to have fear. You cannot let him even look at your bats. Scary things to think about are once he air empowers it, it'd be very, very bad. But yeah, this would just be carnage to bats. It also means he's got construction 4, which means Scrotty are coming and more Nifljarls. Oh man, I'm probably gonna lose this war, guys. This is probably gonna be a shorter series. But anyway, the other thing that has been made abundantly clear to me is that I think in terms of map balance, starting right here in the middle is not very good, because I had 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies, or 4 neighbors, and then if I conquer any, and that's also including the ocean, so 5, and they fucked with me, so that is 5. So I have 5 neighbors, and then if I conquer any of them, then it's not like, oh great, I have a corner now. No. If I conquer any of them, it's going to, like if I conquer Niflheim, it's going to open me up to like another neighbor over here. Which I guess, if it only opens me up to 1, it's maybe not that bad. If I well, the neighbor I chose to conquer, oddly enough, just because it was the only favorable national matchup for me, Agartha, well, it's going to open me up to these guys and to Kalasa, so it's kind of opening up to 2. So Diplo is a bit dicey for me. I have publicly said in the game chat that I'm Bane Venom Charming Relay because they have taken this, and you can see now we've got 3 Bane Venom Charms. They're trying to patrol me out. So the way to do this is you just, if they don't have anything patrolling, especially if it's a nice province like this one, you just sit here and wait. And when they move something, you just go somewhere else. So like here, this guy's gonna move. We've got 1 more guy coming into Bane Venom Charm the Ocean, and that is going to be, well, we've got, no, I don't want you to sneak. Thank God. Okay, hide and breach. This guy's just gonna hang out. We're bringing him a Shambler skin, and then this guy is going to go take this cloak. The guy with the cloak is probably going to be able to go jump on top of Relay's cap every once in a while. But in general, we're not going to be in his cap, except we'll occasionally just slip on it with the guy with the Ranger cloak. Because one of these guys with the Ranger cloak is going to be stealth 110, which is pretty high. Pretty high. So that's the little play we're doing. These guys are probably getting diseased. Honestly, if he just was like, hey man, you can have this back, sorry, then that's fine. But, I don't know. I mean, if you're Relay, you fuck with people on the things, but you fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck back with you. So, it is unfortunately the only way I have to do battle underwater, and it is a woman's tool. I mean, okay, let's not say that, that's sexist, right? But, traditionally, poison has been called that. Though, that's probably not very fair to say, but anyway, we're definitely not... You're never too proud of Bane Venom Charming, but at some point it's like fear will keep the systems in line. The other thing I'll say, and I think it's coming through in this game, but like, God, I have been in a bad mood. I've had this like property dispute with my neighbor. It's been pissing me off. And I think it's carried through into the game. I think I've been in a bad mood in real life, so that could be why I'm Bane Venom Charming people when they're fucking with me while I'm in a... Like, I mean, and part of it, you know, like having somebody break their nap piss me off, and then... But I think, honestly, it's all affected by real life stuff. So anyway, these guys broke their nap with me. These guys attacked me. It's a horrible matchup, but they're doing it very honorably. And then Hinam has just ended their nap with me, but they won't tell me what the terms of the nap were. And I could go back and look in the turns, but I'm inclined to think that if they know that this was indeed my hero, they may just attack me. And if they do that, there's a decent chance we'll just take the Bane Venom Charms and move up here. Though we may move them into the Satis land, but I'm not sure. Anyway, that's what's going on. We're getting more bats up here, which will actually be kind of okay. The thing I'm going to have to worry about now is Melquirts are going to be coming out. So I'm going to be fighting Nifljarls and Melquirts. And, I'm bats. Now, fortunately, I have some research. But, like, I can't lose mages anymore. I'm probably, the way I see this going, is I'm probably not going to be able to really do much research. I think I'm gonna hit construction 6, hopefully, and then that will let me make lanterns. And then 70% of my mages are gonna be out fighting, and then blood hunting. Our little blood economy's humming along. I've got... Wait, I don't think I want to sneak people away from the front line. You just sneak over that way. I'm gonna need more... bat leaders. I don't really want these shitty troops, though. I mean, they're all shitty troops, but I think I'm going to need a couple more leaders, especially as I do raiding parties. We'll go ahead and get one here, but I don't feel like that's going to end up paying off. This guy's going here, so I'm just making sure I have people coming in to get all the imps. I've got somebody coming in here, and I've got somebody coming in here. These guys have sat inside their fort. They've built a... There was only one guy, so he built a temple. So presumably he's going to come out and attack. I imagine he's going to attack here next turn. But he could attack here. You know, if he's going to attack, I don't honestly need this much research. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a Sabbath communion. And let them come at us. So, like, if we move here... 1 second. Hinnom could hit it any turn, and then our turn would process, and I think we're going to change it. So, enough of this imp stuff. Especially since we're in heat, I can definitely go full-on turbo communion. So, Sabbath Slave. So this will be my 2. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and have these guys be the masters, the Sabbath Master. And then the masters are going to do, because they're going to be fatigued out right after, so they'll do reinvigoration. And then they're going to do Horde of Skeletons. Just like so. So this will be our master script, and we're going to do it on all the death ones at the start. Now, how many slaves am I going to want? Well, here's the other thing. We're going to want one air one. The thing I can't remember for the air one is... Oh shit, it's in thaumaturgy, okay. I can just be a slave. For the earth one, though, he can do reinvigoration. I mean, whatchamacallit? Summon earth power. Here's a death one. So anyway, we're at 6 and 4. Which I don't want these guys to die. I feel like this actually is kind of okay. We could do 5 and 5. I think we'll do 6 and 4. These guys are going to be able to make a lot of slaves. I mean, a lot of skeletons. There's obviously things I don't have, but like burning out a communion, and I think if if the Neefle Jarls hit, it's going to be a very, very long battle. So what's going to be important is that we've got a bunch of reinvigorations going. We'll plant a couple more. Actually, I think we can just go to the end here. We'll just do one at the end. So he'll get 3 or 4. We'll give him 4. We'll give him 2. Give him 2. We'll give you 2. And then you guys only get 1. So, the plan basically is we're going to move them here. If he attacks, we have a decent chance to kill him, or at least to rout him. I think what will happen, and I haven't tested this, we're not going to test, I think I might be kind of fucked this game, and I know how Horde of Skeletons works mostly. I'm not totally sure on the Communion Master ratio, especially without having personal regeneration, but I think with Summon Earth Power, I think we'll be okay. Oh, there was one other thing I was going to do, which actually is going to make this way better, because I can get regeneration. So let's talk about Bat Communions. This will actually be kind of fun. What I want to do is I want to take all the slaves, and I have 6, which actually is the perfect number. And we're going to put the slaves all in the same cell, where basically they stack up. Now the masters are not going to be in the same cell. The masters are going to be around the slaves, if you catch my drift, like so. Now what we can do, and this will be kind of interesting, I think, is we can do Gift of Blood. And I think this is, let's check, I think this is AoE. Gift of the First Soul. 1 person, motherfucker! Mm. I don't know if it will... Well, it's not even going to be worth it, okay? But anyway, we're still going to be in this formation, I guess, but shit, I really wish I had a nature mage to do regeneration. Now I could, because I have shaman somewhere, like right here, which I could build, but I don't feel like putting up naked infrastructure right now, even though it would be really good. It's not going to have quite the same mobility my bats have. It'd be really good, though. I need to do it. I just need to kill a bunch of giants first, and I feel like these guys... See, the thing is, the giants are not going to kill things very quickly. The skeletons aren't going to get fatigued out from the cold. The giants will get fatigued out. And then over the course of a very long battle, because they're going to be killing them, I believe, significantly slower than these guys pooped them out. I think what that will mean is that they should die. Basically once they fatigue out, though, because then they'll take crits and all that sort of business. And we'll kill the people in the corner first. The one thing I do need to figure out is... Okay, this is still just one person. I could do Banelord thugs. The other thing I'm doing is last turn I made a bunch of Banes. I said I didn't really tell you. I think I didn't really tell you what we were doing, but I had some death gems. No more Bane Venom Charms, guys. We're making Banes, or Whites. Banes actually have oh. I think Banes have the two-handed weapon. These guys must have the one-handed one and a shield. But the thought is that these guys, amongst Skelly Spam, should be able to even kill their Neefle Jarl. And could definitely, backed up with sufficient Skelly Spam, could kill these giants. Including things like, because they had pretty decent MR, they should even be able to kill like Vine Shield Scrotty, though. Very, very hard to say how that actually plays out. So yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna get another 5, so we'll have 10. And I feel like 10 mixed in with a bunch of Skelly Spam will be pretty good. And by pretty good, I mean passable. We're gonna raid this with the Air Elemental and some bats. These guys are going to continue raiding. Because I've got decent PD here, it's lizards. We're going to do a small little PD dump in case he just sends skin shifters or something, because there's a decent chance that this many lizards could put some hurt on somebody. If he sends the Jarls, then I'll have just wasted like $400 or $500. But I have money. Anyway. We are pooping out mages as fast as we fucking can. We're upgrading this fortress. Agartha's pooping out mages. We probably need a few more bats over here too. Kaelasa has jumped in through the candles and has been raiding Vanheim, and I don't really know how this is going, but it doesn't appear to be going well for Vanheim. But it doesn't appear to be going well for me either. So Vanheim and our little war seems to have really fucked me. I was really hoping... Him breaking the nap really fucked with me, because it got me into war sooner. These guys were supposed to take like a little bit of the first hit, or at least we were supposed to attack at the same time, but instead I took most of the attrition. And I wanted to be a little bigger before I had to fight Niflheim, because... And it's good that I have Agartha, but... yeah, Niflheim's a little scary. So we'll see. Where would I move if I were this guy? This is kind of one of the big variables. Where does this guy go? I have a feeling he is going to go... like up here or here and just raid. But I could be wrong. Once we get assassins, the world will open up to us. The world will be our oyster. But until we get assassins, the world is definitely not our oyster. So anyway, that will be really starting in 2 turns. Because I've killed the only assassin I had in my grand plan. And we're very, very sad that my hero assassin is gone, but we will soldier forward. Conjuration's going to be... Oh, no. Construction finishing in 2 turns, probably. Did I get all my items down? Yeah, okay, got some stuff. Yeah, nothing here is really going to help me. That crystal coin's going to be clutch, though, later if I get the shamans, because then the shamans with Construction 6, they can do the Starshine Skullcap, and that will get me up to Astral 3. And then Astral 3, we'll have to figure out what we do after that, but anyway, it's not a bad start. We're going to raid the whole goal of raiding. I don't see a Nephil Jarl here, so that means it's unlikely that... he's probably a little worried about me taking his cap, too. I would be. Because I could, like, just run at his cap. I don't think that's a good play for this particular situation. I could also run at this fort. I think what he'll do, if I were him, I would take this Jarl, I would patrol this fort, because this one's looking pretty contested. I would take this guy and I would go here. And so we'll meet them here on the field of battle. Now, am I taking everybody? We're not taking this guy. I'll take you too. Where are you? Okay. Now, one of the things I want to do for one of the masters is I want to put them on advance and cast spells, and I think we're going to do it with you. And the idea of that is eventually they'll do Gift of First Souls or some other shit. So we'll have one guy get in range and probably do some kind of nukes. Though, I'm not really sure what they would be. Hopefully, I guess it would just be the blood one, Break First Soul. We might do a little bit more PD here too. So their job is basically just going to be a stall until the bats come. Or the skelly spam comes. I think we're going to be okay. I think this is enough communion slaves that these guys won't burn them out. And I think this is enough communion masters that the Nephil draws, because they're only going to hit one a turn. So, like, maximum they're going to kill 20 a turn. And we're going to be making 20 a turn. But they're not going to hit every time. Sometimes they're going to miss. Yeah. And then especially if we start killing them or some are trapped in the middle, like they're in a blob, then they're not going to be killing 20 a turn. So I think this is okay. More worried about burning out my slaves. Reinvigoration. Horde of skeletons. Do I need one partway through? I might do one more partway through. Once I think, so we're going Conjuration 5 next. That's going to open up air elementals as part of these little communions and a few other things. Air elementals are another way we can potentially kill these big idiots. They don't have magic weapons. If I get enough of them, we'll be in good shape. I'm not really sure how my corpse constructs will do. Charged body is pretty nice. I'm not quite sure how much damage it is when they hit, but I think it's... I have no idea, actually. But we're really just waiting for Hinnom to attack us. The other thing I'm doing in terms of Diplo is Saramatia down here has basically conquered Airmore. And he and I are in an interesting position because he's really the only real neighbor to Niflheim that I have. And then he's also the only real neighbor to Hinnom, and both of them are at war with me. So if the saying is true, the enemies of your neighbors are your friends, then I'm pretty sure we're going to have to be friends through this. Now, he's in a bit of a conflict because he had a bunch of his troops die trying to take one of the final forts. I think he has Airmore's capital, but I'm not sure. So he, I think, wants to not help them too much. So I don't know. He said he's trying to talk them out, like one of them out of fighting me. I don't think he's terribly successful. It would be very bad for him if his neighbors split me. Because then He's pinned back here in a corner, and there's two of them. If they both turn on him, he'll be in trouble. So I don't know. I don't know. Either way, the game is about to get pretty fucking salty. As more Bane of Venom charms go into the sea, as I get double teamed. This has been... I like Xibalba a lot, but I've just been... I think it's been the outside stuff, but I've just been tilty this game. I've been very tilty. But getting double teamed is never fun. And for my first war, I didn't double team. I just straight up rushed somebody. So I didn't double team. This one was going to be a double team. But it was never a double team, really. By the time these guys attacked him, I was done. It was double team for like a hot minute. And I guess we're not currently in a double team here with Hinnom. But I don't know. I really need a big win. And if I have a big win, then I need to get my super combatant killers online. Which, to kill this guy, it's possible. It's going to be fatigue. We can do it with either the Banes mixed in with skeletons, or we can do it with just skeletons with Break the First Soul coming in. The other thing that will be nice is if we get Drain Life. That'll be really good on these communions. But just enough skelly spam with this guy going berserk, and Drain Life, because Drain Life is, Break the First Soul is also going to cause fatigue. Anyway, that is the best we can do, guys. And in a game where you're kind of fucked, the best you can do is the best you can do, and you just let it go. So that's what we're gonna do. Unfortunately, them putting a temple up here is going to mean their Dominion push is going to be very strong in this portion of the map. Once Agartha's Dominion is gone, we are going to need to blood sack out of here like crazy. We're making, in fact, a Ajaw-Kanek, if that's how you say it, to start blood sacking here. And I think, though I need to check... Yeah, we're going to have enough blood slaves next turn to... You have too many, but... We're going to have enough blood slaves next turn to make our little item. Which is this guy. And then we'll have a lifelong protection and one of these, which means we get to delete one commander a turn. Which is pretty fucking useful. Especially versus these guys. It's going to be useful versus Hinnom. But that, I think, I can't get critical mass. I want Aussies. Look, Aussies are great. But I can't get critical mass of Aussies. And it's going to be Aussies are not going to be great to use with my communion. Because it's going to be very, very difficult to time them getting there after the skeletons arrive. So it's a little bit either or. In fact, I'm really kind of wishing I never made... the Aussies that I have, wherever the fuck they are. Here they are. Yeah. They're probably just gonna die some horrible death. Though it would not be horrible to mix in... If I had a higher commitment force going here... I mean, we could potentially kill both of these. I just have to commit a lot of these guys. I don't really want to. We're doing a low commitment thing here. We'll kind of get a sense for what he's doing. I'm not going to play all my cards at once. Part of it is like, when the diplomacy is in your favor, I think you kind of want to keep cards in your hand. So, we've still got a fair amount of troops at home. We're using a fair amount of mages. I mean, this was... I think that was actually a good move. Like, if you gave me a chance to have a 95% chance of killing him, I think I would take it again. I don't even know if I would do the script any different. I would just hit end turn and expect it to have a better outcome. Potentially, I was thinking about it too. Potentially Horde of Skeletons would have worked here. The only thing is it wasn't researched last turn. I just got it, this turn, right? Or the turn before? Maybe I, skipped a turn of recording. Either way, you guys can deal with that, but... yeah, Horde of Skeletons I think might have been a good call. Instead of Imps. It's definitely cheaper in terms of blood slaves. But, I have to test how it works in heat. In cold. Because your casters kind of freeze up, and you don't really want them doing that. So I'm not sure. But, anyway, I think that's about it, guys. We're going to go ahead and hit end turn. This may be a very short series. So with that, take care.